get this song from? You were listening to it earlier. If you don't know what that song was, it was the Smooth Sounds of Sunshine by my brother Fat Joe. Crack the done. But I knew I heard you listen to that song today. And I knew I wasn't tripping. Welcome back, everybody. This is She and I am your host, B-Love. And like always, I have my very special host with me,
India Marie.
Oh, India Marie and B-Love, the husband and wife duo you didn't know you need, but you got us and we are here to stay. We're brothers. This is the best thing to happen on a Tuesday. Well, damn it, since Monday. Give it up for yourself one time. I'm just happy to be here. Fresh off Mother's Day. I feel like Mother's Day went well. You got everything you wanted. Even before Mother's Day, you got your Mother's Day gift. And she felt good about it.
That's just 2 days early. That don't count.
She doesn't like surprises.
That's not true. Bear doesn't know how to give surprises.
Well, listen, we all know that I talked about this on the podcast before. I can't give surprises because she's the first one to the mailbox. If your wife is the first one to the mailbox, no matter what, she's always going to see what's in the mail because people don't understand that gifts shouldn't come in a branded box. Understand? You want everybody to know your brand. You want everybody to know you got nice things. But I don't need the name around the box, in the box. Wait until they open it. Let it be a surprise. But yeah, it was on me. You saw it.
It's like, but the thing is that.
But you got it.
So when I was working my corporate job, I used to get his gifts shipped to my job all the time.
Yeah.
Like I never had anything coming to the house.
Easy, right?
So, but now
I got a P.O. box. Don't I got a P.O. box?
You do.
I'm gonna start getting my stuff shipped to my P.O. box. Like, see, she handles all that. I don't even know if I had a P. What is my P.O. box? You gotta give it to me. I'm gonna start having my stuff shipped to my P.O. box because I can't stand this. She's all in the stuff, all in the mail. Soon as the gift came, she knew what it was. Shout out to my boy Glenn with Carter Florist. We got the flowers jumped off. It was a great Mother's Day. We spent time all weekend. We ate, went to the park.
So we were actually supposed to go to Memphis this weekend to celebrate my uncle. Congratulations to my Uncle Eric. He is a doctor now. He got his doctorate degree. He was already a reverend, so now I guess he's
school. Dr. Pastor.
Reverend Doctor.
Man,
Dr. Reverend Blake.
Which one comes first, the chicken or the egg?
We were supposed to go to Memphis this weekend, but the kids didn't want to let us get no sleep.
Yeah, man, it was bad, man. These kids, we recording late right now. I'm sleepy too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, for whatever reason, we were just going to do a one-day trip. We weren't staying all weekend, but for whatever reason, Shiloh didn't want to go to bed until after midnight. And then Blake finally get Shiloh to bed. Then Blake wakes up at 3 because he had a bad dream and he was up. I was up with Blake because normally he's a daddy's boy to his core.
All day, all night.
But lately he's been asking for me and he wanted me to sit up with him. And so we stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning. We just up talking and reading books. And
I was asleep. If you're wondering where I was asleep. No need for two parents to get up. If one parent wakes up in the middle of the night to handle business, I don't need to be there interrupting your discipline or interrupting your me time or mother-son time. I'm going to stay asleep. Might as well catch a couple of Z's. I think it's a good idea. I think it's this audio experience. If they're not watching on YouTube, which you should be, and if you are out there listening and not watching, why don't you go on over to YouTube and subscribe right now? But continue on.
Anyways, but I will say when I don't feel like getting up, I won't get up.
100%, because the baby sleeps beside me, and I can hear her in the middle of the night crying, whimpering, and I look over. She's okay. India has the food in them tits. Hey, man, you got to get up. She's not taking a pod. Like, you got to get up. At what age is your child supposed to be out of the bed or out of your room and in their own crib? Like, how old should your child be?
I don't know. It don't apply to us. She ain't got no choice but to be in our room right now.
But I'm just saying, like in general though.
It's different stuff out there, depending on like what you believe in. Some people say keep them in there for the full first year. Some people say transition them out of your room between like 6 to 8 months. Blake was in our room until like 8 months. So
not in our bed though. We don't believe in babies sleeping in our bed, man. No way.
We don't, because I can't get restful sleep like that. Like it would, at least because she's used to sleeping in her own space. Like Beard and I can both go into a deep sleep. When they're in our bed, we can't go into a deep sleep because we're too busy worrying about whether or not we're gonna roll over on them.
Crush the damn baby.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's not. We've never been the co-sleeping family, but you know, if you do that, kudos to you. It just never work for us.
It never did. I hope y'all got some beautiful rest, but it would not happen for us if the baby slept with us. So we never did that.
So yeah, hell, we were too tired on Saturday to go to Memphis, so we missed it, unfortunately. But since we stayed in Nashville, we got up and finally, and then we went to brunch. Man, listen, I be trying to eat healthy.
Here she goes.
And we went and came across this Maple Street Biscuit
Company. Fire. Try it out.
They got
reasonably
this biscuit.
priced.
I feel ashamed.
Tell them what you get.
But they got this biscuit called the Sticky Maple. And it's a biscuit.
Tell them.
With fried chicken tenders in the middle of it. Covered in syrup. Covered in maple syrup. It's by far the worst thing I could put in my body throughout the weekend. But boy, not a single regret. Not a single. I've eaten it 2 weekends in a row.
I was gonna tell on you. Yeah, 2 weekends in a row. She's run back in there to get the same.
But it was Mother's Day weekend, and after being up all night, I feel like I deserved it. So, anyways, yeah, we went to brunch, and then we went to the farmers market. Farmers market is one of my favorite places in Nashville, because I was looking for fresh produce so that I could experiment with my Mother's Day gift, which was my juicer. I got me a Nama J2 juicer, and it was incredible. Bear tasted the juice. Unfortunately, he can't drink the juice because he's allergic to fruit. But tell him how good the juice tastes.
It was fire.
It tastes like it came out the store, didn't it?
Yeah. What you made was fire. But as soon as I drank it, it hurt my mouth. But it was good. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, the thing about it, I was nervous when I bought the juicer because of the price point that she wasn't gonna use it. Now she's used it one time, and it made probably about 2 cups, 3 cups, more than that. Mm-hmm. All right, so it made about 5 cups of juice. Let's just say that, right?
It made like 42 ounces of juice.
It made about 5 cups of juice. Exactly right. Now, the issue I'm having, once you wash out your new juicer, you need to find somewhere to put it. It can't sit in the dish rack because it's way too big. That thing has about 12 parts to it, and she leaves it out. So now, look, I'm happy.
That's not true. The juicer is in the cabinet.
Now it was not the...
Because it has to air dry. The instructions said let it air dry.
Well, you need to find somewhere else to put it. It's all I'm going to say.
We don't want it to rust. It's an expensive machine. We're going to take care of it.
Father's Day.
Follow the instructions.
Father's Day is coming. Now,
you need to know what you want.
I know what I want. I'm going to read something we got, too. We got something about this. What if my husband rushes to buy gifts? This is a letter, real fast. I'm over the excuses and the last second obligations. If you can play, this is kind of touched my heart because of this sentence right here. If you can play fantasy football, mock drafts, and make times for other things.
I agree.
See what I'm saying?
I agree.
Then don't wait until the afternoon and mention every dumb event. I want my gift to feel like it's a pleasure to give them to me. I don't need your random last minute gift, and this will be the last year for that. I honestly would rather it be another day. You just sneaking to Walmart at 2 p.m. isn't going to cut it.
I agree.
My boy went to Walmart.
There's nothing worse than a last minute gift. Y'all should, the worst holiday for that is Valentine's Day. Y'all should see people scrambling.
Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Go into a Publix or a
It's
Walmart
bad. It's bad.
or Kroger after work.
Man, it's a shit show.
After work on Valentine's Day.
It's
After work
awful.
on Valentine's Day. Go into a store after work on Valentine's Day. It is bananas. It is a shit show.
It's bad.
Full of
It's bad.
confused men.
It's bad.
Last minute men that don't give a shit.
No, we care already.
That just decided, oh, I should give my girl something for Valentine's Day. I just got off work. Let me run up in here, grab a bouquet of roses. You know, by the end, it's bare bones.
They just forgot. They care.
Bare bones.
They just forgot. You know what though?
Too many men in the stores not caring. I want thought into my gift, even if it's just a thoughtful card.
But should you still appreciate it, even though it was a last minute gift?
I don't want a last minute gift. I do
How
not want
do
a
you
last
know
minute
it's
gift.
a last minute gift?
You can always tell it. I've known your last minute gifts.
When have I ever got you a last minute gift? Talk about
It's
it.
been few and far between, but you have gotten a last minute gift before where
name
it just
one.
kind of felt like you put absolutely no thought into this.
Name
So-
one. I'm not gonna get offended. Name one.
No.
See what I'm saying? That's crazy. She can sit up here and just chastise me, but then
What
can't
year
give me
is
an
it?
example. 2023. You know what year it is?
Christmas 2020.
It was COVID. Nobody was shipping stuff anyway. I
That's
was
not
anthrax.
true. That's not true.
I had anthrax
That's
on
not
it.
true.
I
'Cause
was trying to
you
watch
had
it.
a hell of a Christmas that year. So I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah, I was scared of COVID. I didn't want COVID coming.
That's not true.
I didn't want
That's
too
not
many
true.
packages coming in and out of the
That's
house.
not true.
What
That's
did I
not
get you?
true.
2022. I mean, 2020.
That was the year you bought the Nike Blazers.
I thought it was fire.
And
Like
I
some
was like,
Blazers?
I didn't even ask for this.
I did not buy you no, but I know I got way
Yeah, you
more.
did.
Blazers, India?
Yes.
Ain't no,
You bought some
2020.
Blazers.
I bought you some Blazers.
For Christmas. And I was just like,
Oh, you lying. I didn't buy you no
okay.
Blazers.
Okay. I was like, thanks.
I know you
I was
lying.
like, I said, did I say I wanted these?
What? Yeah, that's some last minute bullshit if I did that. What color were they? I bought you some Blazers?
You bought some Blazers.
Why you sure wasn't a blazer?
That year for Christmas, he bought
She's lying.
He bought the Nike Blazers,
Show them to me after this. I don't believe that.
some panties,
You needed those. God bless.
and which I asked for
You
panties
needed
from
those.
this one company every year because they're kind of
Cool.
like pricey panties, and I really like them. So that's something that's just kind of, and it's funny because
I want to talk about that.
Bear's parents get each other like when his dad was still alive. Bear's parents got each other underwear for Christmas every year.
Every year, bro. It's the only
And I was
time
like,
you
have
get
we
new
become
drawers.
that now?
It's just the only time you should get new underwear when your woman was saying your man buy you some. You know what I mean?
But it was just like a bunch of like random stuff, and I was like, okay. And then he was like, man, I feel bad. I feel like I slowed out, and I was like, yeah, whatever. We was beefing that year anyway, so I was just kind of like,
there you go. I thought we were about to
I
get
was
a
like,
divorce,
whatever.
so I'm not finna spend a lot of money, and it was COVID. I didn't want to have a lot of like packages in and out of my house, and that
You're
was
a
it.
liar.
It
has nothing
that's
to
why.
do with
That's
it.
why. You gotta like
Did you
get
grill
back.
yourself today?
Get back.
Push that back.
She hates on my eyebrows. So she picks, we talked about this. She just showed y'all. She will pick and pull my eyebrows off my face.
Anyways,
Real
y'all,
quick.
okay, I'm finna.
No,
we're
hold
finna-
on. Before we get there, you said something I gotta ask about because it happened to me over the week, and I gotta say it. If you and I were just dating, right? Back in the day, we just dating 2011. You know, we were serious, but we weren't. Were we super serious in 11?
No.
2011, we're dating. And what if I got ready to have sex with you and I pulled my pants down and you saw that hole that you saw in my underwear this weekend? What would you do? But you still give me some?
I would have been so turned off. First of all, I've been telling him to throw these drawers away anyway. Not even for the hole, for the style of the drawers. It's like, have we not progressed in our underwear?
What I'm saying, right?
Men be expecting women to progress in their underwear.
Talk to them.
They want constant, up-to-date underwear.
Yes.
They want new panties. They want to be
Yes.
excited. And men will wear the same old funky-ass drawers
Ain't nothing wrong
for
with that.
decades.
You know why?
And I don't understand. So he got these drawers. I can swear he's had these shit since we met. And they're yellow and striped. And
Yeah.
they're definitely something my dad
Boxes.
would wear. And they just big and baggy. It just like make you
Bruh.
got sagging ass in these drawers. And I just don't even. So I told him to get the drawers away forever ago. Like I bought him new underwear. His mom has bought him new underwear.
Nice
and
suit. Name brand underwear.
He continues to wear these old ass drawers. So then he like gets dressed and then comes out. He's like, India, look at this.
To my boy, balls hanging at the bottom of them things. I ain't gonna lie to you. I said, what's going on? But see, I look at the underwear
and
like this.
He has the audacity to talk about anything that I wear. As if women don't want to see attractive things too. I don't understand. Make it make sense.
And well, listen, so check it out. I thought about this the whole weekend. I pulled down my pants. I'm like, God bless, I got 2 holes. One here, one here. I'm like, what's going on? Now, like, easy access. You know, women, you guys have crotchless panties.
We're not going to talk about easy access. Men, they already make drawers.
Balls,
they got a slit.
Just hanging out.
You don't need another hole for the balls. Like,
you know, maybe so.
It's already a slit there. You pull your penis through the pee. You don't need no more holes in your drawers. I don't know what angle you're trying to spin here, but it's ridiculous.
It's
ridiculous.
Is,
you need to every other pair of underwear that came out of that pack, you need to go in there and find them and throw them away.
The kicker is I got them in like the trash pile. Like we have a closed trash pile in our room right now. And I want to go get them to show them to y'all, but I'm not going to do that. I might show them on the post roll. But I got them. I have the underwear if you want to see them. But go ahead. You were about to say something. I didn't mean to cut, but I did want to ask you that. If you get ready to have sex with a man or even a woman, and you notice that woman got holes in her drawers or that man has holes in his drawers, you still gonna hit it? I am. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna look right past that hole. Now I'm gonna tell my partners afterwards, boy, I had sex with this girl named Indy, and she had a fat ass hole in her drawers. Go ahead. Do your thing.
I'm just not like...
You
I wish you had the respect for yourself that you want me to have. I keep those around. Y'all know what? He's so nasty. He had his you know what? I'm not even gonna air you out like that because I respect you, husband. I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Because we're gonna start airing each other. I'm gonna really start getting loose. You better respect you. I'm gonna respect you too, because you nasty.
No. You have gotten increasingly nasty. It's like the closer we get to we get to being married for 10 years, the nastier he gets.
She's lying.
And I just don't understand.
What did I do? I ain't no shame in my game.
He doesn't care.
What did I do?
He doesn't care.
What did I do?
Not doing it. This not here. This episode is not to bash you, honey. I'm not gonna bash you on this podcast.
You know what I'm about to say.
I know you like to participate in that type of activity, but I'm not gonna do it because I'm bigger than that. I'm bigger than that.
See, it's passive aggressive right there. When a woman tells you, "Oh, I'm bigger than that," it's really saying how small you are to them. When they say, "I'm bigger than that," what they're really saying is, "You're small, and I'm not going to stoop down to your level." But what I'm going to say to her is,
whatever words you want to put in my mouth. Whatever words you want to put,
I want to put something else in your mouth so we can carry on.
Right.
Let's go.
So we're gonna rewind it because we're kind of all over the place now, and we actually still haven't finished telling y'all about what happened since the last time we talked to y'all. So we went through Mother's Day. Mother's Day was great. Had a beautiful day.
Let's call this the Mother's Day surprise.
But last week,
here we go.
Last week, I'm out with Shiloh. And I'm on my way home. We've been out all morning. I'm on my way home. And Beard calls me. He just picks Blake up from school.
Hello?
He said, India. I gotta tell you something, but before I tell you this, I don't want you to get upset.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want you to yell at Blake.
Yep, that's right.
I said, okay. What is it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so I picked Blake up, and his teacher comes to me, and she says, "I need to talk to you about
Stone
Blake."
face, serious look.
Okay. What happened? What did he do at school?
A white lady.
This isn't this person's name, but we're gonna make up a name for the sake of privacy.
Yeah.
Does Blake play in your neighborhood? Yeah. Is there a girl that he plays with named
Jessica?
Yeah. He doesn't usually play with Jessica, but he just started playing with Jessica, I would probably say he's played with her a couple of times in the past week or so. Okay, well, I overheard him telling Benjamin that Jessica pulled her pants down and he saw her private parts. Nigga, that's the wrong thing. That horn is excitement. There's no excitement going on over here.
Hey, I said, say what? She's like, yeah. He was telling his friends that he saw Jessica's private parts. And I'm like, whoa. Blake looking at me. I'm looking at Blake. Blake looking at me. I didn't know what to say. So I was like, Blake, is that true? Yeah. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. We looking at each other like two dogs trying to figure out what the hell is going on. So I said, all right, man, well, listen, we'll talk about it, outside in the car, but you're not in trouble. I said that. Everything is fine. I know my next question, did she ask you to see your private parts? He said no. I said, cool. I said, was that all you saw? He said, yeah. I said, you saw the front or the back? He said, I saw both. So now I'm like, whoa. At that point, I said, how am I going to tell India? Because the reason why I said don't be mad, don't get upset, is because if I told India that, and I put the disclaimer in there, I felt, because neither one of us had been in a situation like this, she would have lost it. But I didn't want him to think he was in trouble, because I want him to feel welcome to tell us things like this if it happens in the future.
Granted, there was technically nothing for him to get in trouble over other than the fact that he didn't tell us. Like, it happened the night before, and he went to school and told his best friend. And I was just like, why didn't you tell us that this happened? So, Barry tells me this, and I have no words. And I said, Barry, I'm going to call you back.
Hung up on me and just said, I'm going to call you back. I'm like, oh, shit, my boy is about to get on punishment for the next 5 years. He ain't going to never see no coochie.
The whole ride home, I'm just playing in my head different scenarios because I truly don't understand.
Hey.
I don't understand. And we don't really know the little girl. We see her all the time.
I call her neighborhood Jessica.
She is literally always outside. But I've never seen her parents. Never seen her parents. So I get home and I'm like, Blake, come here. Why, Mom? Blake, come here. Why, Mom? Why, Mom? She's so funny. I'm just like, you got 2 seconds to come here and tell me what the hell happened yesterday.
And like a good dad, I stood right there beside my guy. Say, bro, you're not in trouble. I got your back. That's what we do. Rock boys.
So anyways, he said he and another little boy was... So first of all, our street is full of children.
Full. That's why I like my neighborhood. We want to move to a new house. But we do have a nice neighborhood, and it's full of kids, so it makes it easy.
Full of children, and so, Blake is getting older now. He's 5, and so, we'll be coming home, and all the kids are in the neighborhood playing, and he's like, can I go play with the kids? And so we've started letting him play with the kids, but we do realize that he's younger, so one of us, usually Bear, will stand outside and watch
the
him.
Whole time.
And so, because I told him, I said, that's the only way that you can go out there and play with those kids is if somebody is outside watching you. And so Barrett went outside, took his work outside.
Yeah.
Sat on the front porch to watch Blake. They're playing like kind of down the street, but for whatever, this day, Miss Jessica was the only one outside. So he was like, can I go play with Jessica? And so Barry was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll watch you.
Take off, my guy.
So he goes, asks Jessica if she wants to play. And so now they're playing.
They take off,
They run back to the house and now they're playing hide and seek. And it's like hide and seek.
It's kids.
He's 5, like hide and seek. And at this point in time, I don't really know anything about Jessica. She's just a girl that plays in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So later that evening, we find out that Jessica is actually 9.
I did not. I thought Jessica was like 7 years old this whole time.
We thought she was like 7. She's actually 9.
Jessica's a big 9.
So that's our parenting fuck up because we didn't know.
We did. You know, we didn't ask enough questions. Blake did tell us that.
So now I'm talking to Blake the next day, and I'm like, so what happened? When did this happen? He said that it was he and another little boy playing behind our house. We have a little swing set behind our house. He and the little boy are swinging on the swing set. Jessica says, watch this. Pulls her pants down, spins around, pulls her pants back up.
Hey, this shit was so unbelievable. Me and India both were trying to figure out. So that's all she did? Like, why did she do it, Blake? I don't know.
Did you pull your pants down? No. Did he pull his pants down? No. Did you ask? Did any of you ask her to pull her pants down? No.
Blake.
What did y'all do when she pulled her pants down? Nothing. What did you say when you pulled her pants? When she pulled her pants down? Nothing. And at this point, I'm about to lose my mind because I'm so confused.
I can tell my girl was fire alarm hot. In about 5 seconds, I knew that she was gonna blow the hell up. I'm like, just chill. She's like, okay, y'all just leave. So I'm talking to Blake, like, hey man, what happened? Did she moon you? So now Blake's interested. What's mooning? I said, did she pull just down the back and just kind of show you her butt? He was like, no. She pulled down her pants and said, watch this, and spun around. I'm like, oh.
And so Blake knows that he and I have different private parts because I'm a woman, he's a boy. So I said, I'm just trying to make sure I'm trying to make sure that you understand what you saw. And I'm not misconstruing the story because some parents need to be talked to.
Here we go.
And he says, Jessica has what mommy has.
Hey, so I'm like, all right, yeah, you really saw the real thing. He's seen us change Shiloh's diaper too, so he knows what the private parts are. We talked to him about penis and vagina. He's cool. Now, with that being said, we still have to get down to the bottom of it because she's gun-ho. I'm about to go over to Jessica's house, knock on the door, and I'm going to ask, and I'm going to tell them what happened. And I'm like, hey, we need to find out a little bit more detail because we've never seen her parents before for real. Like, we see them coming and going, but we've never seen them well enough to actually know how they look. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, let's just chill and figure it out. We're going to ask the other little boy.
My plan of action is because it's been almost a week now since the incident happened, and I have not ran into any of the parents. I usually see the little boy's mom
all the
time, and I hadn't seen her, but I also didn't want, and I can get her number because my next door neighbor has it, but I didn't want to ruin nobody's Mother's Day weekend. I didn't want to ruin nobody's Mother's Day weekend by telling you
what your daughter
about your daughter.
On Mother's Day, she out here showing that thing. So she gonna be a teen mom.
My current plan of action is to speak with the little boy's mom first and have her, I want her to talk to her son I just need to see if the stories match it up because I don't. I'm not saying, and the thing is, Blake isn't really a liar. Sometimes he'll tell a little white lie if he really thinks he's going to get in trouble or something. Because he is he's such a good kid that the thought of him he don't get in trouble often. The thought of him getting in trouble just tears him to pieces. Yeah. So, but like I said, I don't think Blake is a liar.
I don't know what to do. I've never been faced with a situation like this in life.
Like I said, I'm going to talk to, so the little boy, he's 8. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to talk to his mama. And then I'm going to go talk to the little girl's mama. And this is just a part of parenting that I was not, yeah. Really, I want kids and I love my kids. They're incredible, but you have them and you don't think about the stuff that you're going to deal with once they get past, like he's not a toddler anymore. He's a kid.
Now let me ask you this.
He's like a big, like he's a kid and he's going to kindergarten next year and he's going to be dealing with things that I would rather him not have to deal with.
Now, when you talk to the parent, or if you feel, or when and if you go talk to the parents, what are you looking for exactly?
Well, no. So I'm going to have to talk to the parents. The thing is, if Blake was behind one of our neighbors' houses and he just pulled his pants down, I would want them to tell me. Not only that, them kids was playing behind our house. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, you need to know. I don't want you to overhear nothing and think something going on at this house.
Good point.
The crazy part about it is that Bear was sitting on the front porch and the girl went behind the house and pulled her pants down.
I was
That's
sitting
the crazy
right there.
part about it.
I was sitting in the front, but this shit happened so quick because let me tell you, she wasn't even over there. Her sister had come outside and was like, Jessica, where you at? And she's like, I'm over here. And she ran back behind her house. I remember this shit blatantly. And then her sister called her back and she ran back across the street. So I'm like, damn, she showed that thing quick. Girl got skills already. I'm just playing jokes. My girl
you know.
Okay, I'm about to stop. Because I'm about to take it there. I'm trying to contain myself right now. The point of the matter is,
regardless, it's not funny to me.
It's not funny to me either. But
it's not funny because the thing is, you don't know what's going on in her house to make her want to pull her pants down behind our house.
Facts. But I do think that curiosity at that age too is a real thing. Not saying it's right. Not saying it's right.
I guess she's in like 3rd or 4th grade.
Exactly. Yeah,
she would be in 3rd or 4th grade. So
I kissed the girl first time. In 4th grade, my first kiss. How old were you when you got your first kiss? See what I'm saying? It's about to be something crazy like kindergarten.
I don't remember.
I remember where I was.
Kindergarten.
I remember the girl's name.
I do remember my mom asking me in middle school, had I had my first kiss already?
Yeah.
Or no, she asked me, it was either in 8th or 9th grade. She asked me, had I had my first kiss? I lied. And she was like, really?
8 or 9
and
grade?
I guess I should have just told her the truth because it didn't seem like I would have gotten in trouble had I just told her the truth. But I thought I would get in trouble, so I absolutely lied.
And this is why I don't want Blake feeling like that.
But Blake ain't being raised in the type of house I was raised in. I absolutely. You
understood.
Come on now.
Understood. But yeah, 4th grade. So I'm getting my smooch on at a field trip.
And again, it's just like the more you say, the worse it makes the story. Because if she's that old, she showed her coochie to my 5-year-old.
I was thinking
like,
that she was showing her coochie to the 8-year-old, and Blake happened to just be he happened to catch a stray.
Blake just caught the stray.
Blake just caught it straight. He's like, oh, whoa, watch out now.
And kitty. Honestly, the other kid, I think he's a pretty innocent kid. Like, I think he's a really good kid.
All my boy want to do is play football and play sports and play
and Blake has played with this kid like for a while.
Forever.
Like since they kind of moved into the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Because when they first started playing, I guess he was probably 5.
Yeah, 5. Because his sister's a teenager now, and she used to play with him, but she don't even come around anymore because she's a teenager, and she used to like kind of be around. And Indy was like, yeah, she's a little bit too old. She was older, like I said, she's a teenager, so we had to kind of separate.
She's probably like a preteen. Is she a teenager? Maybe like 12.
I'm pretty sure she's 13 now.
Okay.
If he's 8. I'm pretty sure she's about 13. Nah, you might be right. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Neither here nor there.
Regardless, we talk a lot about like little boys and things that they get into.
Yeah.
With girls. We don't talk enough about girls. Like, okay, sorry. We talk a lot about older boys taking advantage of younger girls and, all that kind of stuff. We don't talk enough about older girls who, display the same type of behavior to younger boys. And while whatever, I don't know. I honestly, like I said, I don't even know what to call it. Like, I can't call it innocent. I can't say she didn't mean to. I don't know.
We don't know.
Because me as a child, I've never gone in front of a group of boys and pulled my pants down and said, look at this. Ever.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say that never crossed my mind when I was 8 or 9.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like 8 or 9, that's a little wild. Like I said, I know about curiosity. I do think at 8 or 9, boys start doing more of those type of acts than girls do. Like pulling out the pants because they go use the urinal. It's more of a free thing with boys at that age. I feel like before a girl to just drop trout and just spin around. I said, yeah, you might need to talk to her parents because something else may be going on in the house or shit, even in school that they need to know about. So I'm with you on that. When you go talk to them, you're basically telling them this not so she can get in trouble, but telling them this so they can watch out for the warning signs.
And be aware. And then it's like I said, you really just... For one, that's not normal behavior. And for two, what if she had done that in front of the wrong boys?
That's a good point.
She just so happened to do that in front of two very innocent young boys.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, what has happened that would make her think that that would be okay? And it's just frustrating to me because you really have to watch who your kids are around because they'll have you other people will force you to have to talk to kids about things when they're not even ready to fully understand what they are.
Because I don't think Blake quite comprehended the magnitude of what just happened. So I think we did a hell of a job of parenting him in that moment of telling him he's not going to get in trouble, just explain to us what happened and trying to pry it out of him, just to tell him why we're looking for these answers.
But also letting him know private areas are theirs for a reason. There's no reason why you should have seen hers. There's no reason why anybody should see yours. So, we had to go through that conversation as well. So
it was a lot of talking.
Parenting is
ghetto. They say it. Parenting is ghetto. Didn't know. I'm like, damn.
And we know that, parenting isn't easy. We know that there will be, harder situations that will arise that we'll have to deal with. But, to have that type of conversation with your 5-year-old, he's a fresh 5, just turned 5 at the end of February. So it's the immaturity level.
Yeah. And my boy,
he probably thought it was funny.
Oh yeah, for sure. He thought it was a good time, just a good laugh. Man, my boy is so innocent and he really enjoys his friends so much so that I was telling him about kindergarten today, and you have to go to the school where your house is. And when he found out that one of his best friends in school won't be going to school with him, he started to cry.
Yeah.
Started to bawl in the car today. I'm like, bro, you all right? I'm like, oh, this is a real issue. So my thing is stripping away that innocence and just showing the vagina right now is not something that I'm ready for. When he's old enough to see the vagina, I hope he gets a plethora of it. As much as I'm just playing from his woman and his wife. As much vagina as possible. Like I did. But
I'm ready for you to stop talking.
Not right now. Too much vag. He doesn't need it. It's just, no. I don't. I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready. Then poor his teacher, she was really concerned. And I really feel like she was about to call child services on me at one point. I'm like, hey, I said I was outside with him. I didn't know what was going on. I was in the front and they were in the back. It sounded like trapped in the closet. They were only back there for a second and then they ran back in the front. I'm so sorry. Please.
And they really weren't back there very long at all because I could see them from inside of the house. And when the sun starts going down, usually for the most part, there'll be at least 3 kids on any given day playing outside on our street.
Yep.
If the weather's super nice, they're pretty much all out there. But it appears that all of them pretty much have the same rule. As soon as that sun started going down, they're all in the house.
Your ass in the house.
So the sun had just started to drop, and everybody was going in the house.
How you gonna miss it? I gotta get this one off. I have to get this one off. The sun went down and her pants went down. The sun went down and the moon came out. I had to get that one off. I could not let that sit there and not say
I just don't understand, like, what's funny about this to you?
Nothing.
Like, how do you find a joke in this? It ain't funny to me.
It was right there. Let me have that. It was low-hanging fruit.
What's irritating me about the smirk on your face is that if this were Shiloh, this would be a completely different conversation.
Let's stop right here.
No, it's not. No. We're not even gonna stop. If this had been Shiloh, you'd be singing a completely different tune. So I don't want to hear it.
Let me go ahead and stop you though. Shiloh is never going to pull her pants down in front of a group of boys.
Even if she's not the one pulling her pants down, if a boy had pulled his pants down,
I'm going to his house that day. It is a double standard.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that it's not. I'm not saying it's not a double standard. The teacher would have told me the same thing. And I don't even know why, but what?
Okay, so for the same standard that you would hold for your daughter, you need to hold it for your son.
You're right, but let me tell you, whoa. Let me tell you why, though. I feel like boys also get in this shit like this a little bit early. And what I mean by that is, we try to go...
Did they make it okay?
No, let me get through. Yeah, I can't even get done with my statement. I feel like boys get into stuff a little bit earlier than girls, like 9 years old, right? For instance, if you're 9 years old, you may have tried to sneak in and find your daddy's collection of Pornhub.com or something like that on his phone or something, right? So you're looking at this stuff. I'm not saying that girls don't, but I feel like boys do. So when I see, or if I would hear that, now I'm nervous because boys might try sooner to say, all right, like, you want to see something? Boom, here it is right here. Let me experiment in another way. And now, hell no. Not saying that she wouldn't do that. Girls wouldn't do it too. But I feel like boys are prone to do it a little bit sooner than girls. That's it.
But we're still talking about the innocence of the boys who did not ask to be flashed.
Right. So what I'm saying, I know. I'm not saying don't go to a parent's house. I'm saying go to a parent's house. I've said this on this podcast.
You're gonna come with me.
That's fine. She went there, I'm scared of somebody. She said that like, I'm scared. We can go right now at 10 o'clock at night.
Anyways,
what's going on?
The issue is that we just got to figure out who parents are and when they're actually at home.
Yeah.
She is not, I can tell that she is not watched in the way that we watch our kids, or the way that the other kids' parents watch their kids. Like there's some little boys who live further down the opposite side of the street.
Their daddy on them like I'm on
even
late.
Like
they can't even come to our house. It's too far.
I was gonna say our house is too far. So anytime they make their way down and they come down our house, we're probably the only ones on the street that have the swing set in the backyard.
Yeah.
Every time they make their way down our house, their daddy's sitting right at the end of the driveway telling them to come back home.
Yeah. Come back. That's what he says. Like, that's how he says it, though. I ain't lying.
So for the most part, like, all of the children's parents are watching them in some way. They all have like some sort of restriction as far as like staying in their house, or like don't go past the second or third house down on the street, except for this little girl. She's all up and down the damn street.
And my thing is, listen, too, I'm not going to tell them, or I'm not telling anybody how to parent their child. Once again, I'm bringing you this information to let you know this happened behind my house. I don't want it to be any surprises or anything that may come up in the future to have you looking at us crazy, because this is the truth. This is what happened. This is what my son told his friend, and the teacher told us she overheard it. So this is how news travels. And we have to inform the people. And that's it. So I'm cool with that. 100%. 10 toes with you. Whatever you want to do when you're ready, I'm with you. I'm rocking. How y'all leave me hanging every episode, man? I don't like this.
Because you always do that after you said something to irritate me.
Because I said I'm rocking with you? That irritated you?
No. It's everything that came before that.
This is crazy to me. I don't know. I just don't get it. So what advice would you give parents out there then who are going through this?
I don't shit. Give me the advice. I don't have no advice. Give me advice.
I called my mama instantly. I said, Mama, they doing this in third grade, second grade. She's like, yeah, well, yeah. Like, yeah, this is the things that they do. My mama saw first through fourth grade. So I'm like, what? Wow, I didn't know that this is what was going on. And we explained her the same situation, and she gave her input. And what your mom say?
Oh, my mama don't play that kind of stuff. My mama said, you need to go to her house right now.
Right, yeah. Everybody got right now.
And I was like, it's dark outside, mama.
and then again, like, we just don't know these people. Just straight the hell up. Like, I don't want to go over there and then have to it be some shit. Like, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? Not running from it. Call me John Moran, baby. I'm with whatever they with. So. And
it sucks because, like I've always said, one of the things that I do like about staying in our neighborhood is that kids do play.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time.
You know how they say kids be stuck in the house, like watching TV and on their games and stuff all the time? Not in our neighborhood. Them kids be outside playing in the summertime, sun up to sundown. And so I like that. But this little girl needs some supervision. She needs something because, like I said, I just don't know. Like, I truly do not know why it would have happened. I don't. And like I said, what irritated me the most is like, it's just like taking the innocence away from my 5-year-old. Like, that's what irritates me the most. Had Blake been maybe even 7, 8, 9, 10, one of them ages.
What the hell? A 7 and above.
Then I may not have, like, I still would have been
now you'd have freaked out.
I still would have been livid.
Yeah, you would have.
But I don't, like, his maturity level is just not ready for that type, for that type of conversation that we're having.
Yeah, he didn't. I mean, he just thought it was silly.
Yeah, he was like, she was being silly. And I was like,
that's all he kept saying.
That's not being silly. Like, it's not funny. She shouldn't have done it.
Yep. And you know what? For all intents and purposes, maybe she just needs somebody to say, don't do that. Like, girls shouldn't do stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of
like, I've like gone back and forth in my head about it. Like, maybe I should approach her because I've actually seen a little girl twice since that incident happened.
I haven't seen it at all.
I saw her like 2 days later. She was like walking out of her garage. So she'll just kind of walk out and see who's outside. She sees like who's on the street and then she goes and plays with whoever is out there.
I thought she was a tomboy this whole time. Maybe she's super tomboy.
And then I saw her walking with the sibling.
Yeah.
I think yesterday, actually.
I haven't seen her.
And so I'm like, should I try to talk to her like when she's by herself or, like when I see her outside? But then, I don't want anything to be misconstrued by what I'm saying to somebody else's kid. And that's why I was like,
too much.
I think that the best course of action is going to be, to talk to the parents. Now, I pray that whatever punishment or whatever consequence she experiences is nothing detrimental to her or because I grew up around some parents and I had friends with parents who they would have gotten laid out for something like that, unfortunately.
Even at 9 years old? When do you start getting whoopings? When was your first whooping? You got how old were you?
Come on, Beard. Coming from the 90s, people was getting whoopings at 2, 3, 4.
Man, you weren't getting no whooping no 4 years old with a belt?
Yes.
Bro, ain't nobody getting hit with no belt at no 4 years old. You're not gonna make me believe that.
And like I said, you grew up very differently than I did, Beard. And
I'm not believing.
I don't know if you need other people to confirm that with you.
I need Pop. All right, cool. Smacked on the hand. Cool. At 4 years old, even at 6 years old, you might not be getting hit with a belt. Man, y'all lived a different lifestyle. I got hit with belts, but I don't think it was until I was
mama
like,
tell you ain't getting no whoopings.
my mama hit me with a pool stick one time. Mama, I'm sorry for doing that to you. You know you did it. You know why you did it too. Kind of the same situation. The same situation that we're talking about now. But I was much older. Much, much older. Maybe like in 10th, 11th grade older. Maybe like 9th grade older. 9th grade. But anyway, needless to say, all that to be said, I hope she doesn't get like any whoopings or anything. I really hope that they sit down and talk to her and tell her why she shouldn't do it. And then we all have a kumbaya moment. She said that Blake couldn't play with the little girl anymore. I said, I'm cool with him playing with her as long as it's in my eyesight.
No.
But you can't. See?
No, we're done.
But what if you go talk to her parents? Everything's settled. Everybody has a clear understanding.
Hey.
I'm asking.
We're done.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, it's still the age thing. She's still 9 and he's still 5.
But the problem that you're going to run into is this. The kids are going to be on the street playing. All of them are going to be on the street.
Beg to differ. Well, at least the other little boy that he was playing with.
Yeah.
I don't think she's going to be too quick to like let him play with her. I don't.
After you snitch?
Yeah, because this wouldn't be the first incident.
I heard. So Indy is a private investigator. Indy called our other neighbor who she wanted some information and she gave her some more information about Jessica. So, yeah. Tell the people they can find you. We talked about this the whole episode. God bless. I'm sorry, y'all. It's 50 minutes. I don't know if y'all want to hear this story or not, but damn it, you heard it. If you don't want to hear, tune in next week. We'll talk about some freaky shit. But to this week, we had to tell y'all what was happening on Mother's Day weekend. The Mother's Day surprise from between somebody's thighs. I'm sorry, it was right,
all right
there.
I'm done.
Tell the people where they can find you. Tell the people where they can find you. The jokes just laying there. You can find me at BLove1911.
Yeah, I'm so annoyed with him. Like, I'm just so annoyed with him. Imagine being married to somebody who just don't know when to stop fucking joking. Like,
Jesus Christmas. Can you tell
cut
the
it
people?
out. That's not a joking situation. And you keep joking about it. Shit's not funny.
I'm done. I'm done joking. Don't chuckle. If you chuckle, I'm gonna smile. Cause you look good.
India.Marie. Find me at India.Marie. And next week you might not find me on this podcast
You
with him because
will.
he get on my nerves.
Hold on. What you doing, a Pilates event?
I'm still working out the details.
Oh, okay. See, I'm trying to help her out. You can find me at BLove1911 on all social platforms. Be sure to follow us on TikTok. On Twitter. Jesus Christ. She and Our Podcast. It's the same thing. Leave us a message on Instagram. She and Our Podcast. Everywhere you want to be, we are there. But in the meantime, in between time, it's been real. It's been fun. I out.